Hi, I'm Deb, and for our next Dinners for Beginners recipe, we're making quick and easy pork noodles from Cookie Doo. This is one of my favorites. It's faster and healthier than takeout, and the flavor is incredible. We'll make the sauce, cook the mince, and the noodles all together and bring it together in one dish. I'll also share ideas to adapt it based on your taste or what's in your fridge. So let's get started. We're going to start by adding our eschalots, our chilies, our peanuts, some ginger, and our rock sugar. This dish is ready in under 30 minutes. Just going to give our bowl a quick scrape to get everything onto the base. Now we're just going to add our peanut oil and peanut butter. I've pre-weighed all these things so we can just add them in. And now we're just going to saute that to get all those aromatics cooking. So you can see I prepped my ingredients ahead, which is a great tip. But on your Thermomix, all your ingredients are listed and you can tick them off as you go along to make sure that you haven't forgotten anything. Now we're going to add some more layers of flavor. So I've got Chinese black vinegar, I've got our fish sauce, our soy sauce, and our oyster sauce that I've ticked off. I've got it in one bowl that I pre-prepared. If you don't want to tick them off, you can simply go next. Wow, how good does that look? All those beautiful flavors. And we're going to just add them to a thermoserver or other bowl that we need to cover to keep warm. Okay, so we've got some hot water here, which we're going to add to our bowl. We'll tare our scales. We're going to be using kettle mode to boil our water, and it'll just let us know when it reaches 100 degrees. So now our water is at 100 degrees, and it's really important that you do this next part quickly. As the recipe says, we're going to add our pork mince directly into the boiling water. So you just want to separate your grains as much as possible so that they don't lump together. And remember, we've got all those beautiful flavorings left over from our sauce in the bowl. So quickly add them. And this is finely minced pork mince. So adding it to the hot water is going to cook it practically instantly. I'm just quickly going to give that a stir just to break it up. Okay, I told you this was quick and easy in a one pot. We're going to add to that directly our fresh ramen noodles, about 400 grams, and I've just separated them. And they go into the bowl as well. Put on the lid. And we're just going to, I've already stirred it with the spatula, and we're just going to cook that for an extra 2 minutes to make sure everything's cooked and warm. While we're waiting for the 2 minutes for our noodles and pork to finish cooking, I'm just going to quickly pop and go and wash my hands. You can of course use hand gloves if you like, if you've been handling raw meat. Now that's done, I'm just going to use my varoma to drain the stock from our pork and our noodles. If you wanted to, you could retain this liquid, and if you stored it in an airtight container in the refrigerator for a day or two, you could perhaps add it to a soup or a stock, something like that. Okay, so we have our drained pork and noodles, and we're going to add it into our reserved warm sauce in our thermoserver. You can use any cooked noodle of choice for this recipe if you like. We're just going to stir that through our sauce a bit. And then to that, we're going to add our fresh green beans. You can steam these if you want, they're raw, and you can also swap it for any other veggie that you would like, maybe a carrot or a sliced wambok, thinly sliced cabbage, if you like. I like the crunch of the beans. And we're also going to add some chopped coriander. We're going to be quite generous. We've got a whole bunch here. We're just going to add about half of that and just retain the rest for garnish. And then you're just going to stir it all through. Now, isn't that quicker and healthier than getting a takeaway on a Friday night? It's fresh and fragrant and very tasty. Now, all that's left to do is put it onto a serving dish or plate. It's such a generous amount, it's going to feed a lot of people. It's a good family size. And if there's only 2 of you, there'll be plenty for lunch the next day. It's also good eaten cold. Now we're going to finish it with some more of that fresh coriander. You could add mint if you didn't like coriander, or a mixture of both. You can serve it with some lime wedges. It really gives it a nice fresh zing. And for more spiciness, if you like, you can add a fresh chili. Thanks for joining me for another recipe in our Dinners for Beginners series. If you've enjoyed this one, check out the other recipes. They're all simple, delicious, and perfect for building your Thermomix skills. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments how you made this recipe your own. Happy cooking, and I'll see you next time.